The FIFA World Cup Round of 32 is definitely not failing to disappoint, with incredible shock results and incredible comebacks that have occurred in the past few days within the round of 32. And today from Forecast Sports, me, William, I am going to run through two more previews for the rest of this round of 32. There is a lot to look forward to coming up after these round of 32 matches. And a lot on the line. Everything on the line, actually, for every single team. Every single match. So, I'll see you in the next break. The clash of the favourites here. These two sides, before the World Cup, were tipped as possible favourites by many fans of the Football World Cup, and they are clashing out in the round of 32. One of these two sides are going home, and all is on the line tomorrow morning. Now, these two sides are coming in with some edgy form, not been playing off at the moment, and we haven't seen the best of each of these teams. And that's why it could be a really interesting battle between them to see who can come out as the top side overall after this big matchup. Now, the winner of this match goes through and will play either Spain or, let me check, Spain or Austria. So it does not get easier from here. Every match is as difficult or even more difficult than the match they have played before this. So these two sides are going to have to show a lot of grit to go far within this tournament, and of course have to win matches. Now, when Portugal play, they have been really interesting. So when I've seen them play, they haven't been as exciting as I thought they would be. And that's because, yes, their midfield is absolutely stacked, but they do have weaknesses in other areas, including on those wings. I do not see João Felix and Neto as incredible wingers, but they do the job most of the time. And there were questions before Ronaldo about whether he will perform. And he does have to take his opportunities in these big matches because he has struggled in World Cup knockouts in the past. So it is so important for him to prove himself on the biggest stage of all. And that's something to say when we're asking one of the greatest to ever play the game to prove himself, because this is not going to be easy sailing for Portugal here. The rest of the side, though, I think they are relatively balanced. Their fullbacks are really strong. I really like Nuno Mendes. He is such a good ball player and can get back and defend, but often Vitinha is needed at the back to drop in and help out in defence in place of Nuno. And also João Cancelo making those runs forward as well. It can leave them vulnerable at the back, and that's where Croatia do like to play well. So they really like playing down those wings and creating magic in those big moments. Luka Modric is the prime player for this. He is going to be so key in how he leads the team, this Croatian team, in these finals. We know Croatia always stand up in these finals, but can they do it again? That is the question. Luka Modric hasn't looked stand out for me so far, but yes, he is old, and also you can't expect 100% every single time, and Luka Modric, I believe, should be able to stand up when it comes for Croatia needing him to do so. Kovacic is also an interesting name there as well. But when I look at this Croatian side, I do see weaknesses. There's the centre-back pairing. I think there is a possible opportunity for Ronaldo and Fernandes to move forward and get opportunities within those central areas, whereas they are strong and on fullbacks. Perisic likes to move high, as we know, because he is an attacking player, so that can leave gaps there. But they have that engine room, Kovacic and Modric, in those double pivot to defend for them. Modric also likes to move high as well sometimes, so they could get caught out wide, and that's possibly where Portugal are most dangerous, with the likes of their fullbacks Nuno Mendes and Cancelo. And Pedro Neto's also decent there, and Felix. Portugal will put crosses in from wide, so it's so important those centre-backs are able to do that dirty work, clear the ball out, and be able to get it out of that box, because it's so key when you've got goal scorers such as Bruno Fernandes and Ronaldo that it's not in their region. Now, in attack, Croatia have Baturina. I've been pretty impressed by him. Sucic, he was really good as well. And Vlasic and Budimir. Now, Budimir's come into the starting lineup, and I think he'll start again. He's looked pretty impressive so far. But this is still quite a low experienced attack, and we could see an interesting matchup against this really strong Portugal defence, which may not allow Croatia through. Stanisic and Perisic will be key to creating those overloads forward in the wide areas. So altogether, these two sides, whoever wins will play Spain or Austria. That means that they need to be firing. Spain are one of the biggest of all favourites to win this World Cup. So it's going to be so important for these two sides to not only win this game, but make a statement win, show that they are here to go far in this World Cup, and show they are switched on. They are not the quiet teams we've seen so far this tournament. Alright, I'll see you after the break, or if you're watching the singular episode, I'll see you in a later episode. The wild card match of the Football World Cup round of 32 here. Australia versus Egypt. These are two sides who can create huge upsets within tournaments like this and are really looking good so far. Now, both have had good success with their tactical moves they have created throughout this tournament so far, but I've seen so much impressive moments for both of these sides that can show that they could be the dark horses of this tournament. Now, the winner of this will play either Cabo Verde or, highly likely, Argentina, the reigning champions. Now, Argentina would be an incredibly tough test, but I believe these two sides both have the skill to pull off an upset against Argentina. But this decides who goes through to play that massive match in the round of 16. Now, Australia, how they work more in a back five, not a back three. And they like to sit back, especially against better sides than them, and then hit them on the counter with their speed and ability to link play together. Now, Irvine will be hugely key within this side with its experience, but also the defence that Australia have. I really like Sutter at the back and Boss at right fullback. He is such an exciting player when he gets the ball and moves with pace down that right flank and could cause a lot of issues for Egypt's left side in defence. I also really enjoy Australia's players up front. I think Metcalf, we know he is a good player, he can score goals, but Iran Kunda, young, exciting, fast player who can really put a lot of pressure on teams on the counter. If you get the ball to him, with him at speed, he is so difficult to stop. Now, as we look at Egypt, well, they are primarily based on their attack, and their defence is possibly weaker than they would like it to be. But I could see them really looking good against Australia, and I think Egypt should be able to dominate the position for this game due to the fact that they base their team on attack. But I don't think they'll hold the ball for the whole match. I think there will be a bit of end-to-end sort of play, especially at the end of the match, if the game's on the line. And that's where we see the best of Mo Salah, Ashur, Zico, and of course Omar Mamouche. Mo Salah will be key within this match, and Mamouche with their ability to create opportunities from that counter. We know the quality that they produce, and they have produced in the Premier League in the past seasons, especially from Mo Salah, who loves to move right, but also create incredible opportunities. Zico is going to be key to finishing them off. Or Mo Salah, of course, we know does like to finish goals off as well. Ashur has been pretty interesting at right midfield as well. It'll be interesting to see how he fits in with Mamouche coming back in. Ashur will likely move to the left side, Mamouche on the right, or Zico out from front and Mamouche up front. What I really like though is Ashur. He's got a bit of a spark there, and I think all of those Egyptian attackers have quite a spark up front, and that's what you really need when you're trying to break down a defence of Australia's quality. Yet, I think Australia will still be really quality at the back. This could really come down to who's got the grit, who's got the depth within their team, and who wants this match in the end. And we know Australia have that want and have that experience in World Cup knockouts to really put it to teams. And we saw that last knockout when they played Argentina in 2022 and was so close to beating them. So I think we will see the best of Australia in these knockouts. So there is a lot more to come. Yet, yes, they don't have much experience, but I still see them getting over Egypt in extra time 3-2. Okay, thank you for listening, and I'll be back for more. Okay, thank you for listening to this preview podcast, and there is so much to look forward to in the next few days. Keep tuned and stay watching the channel because there is a whole lot more, including more from this Football World Cup as we get deeper into the knockouts. Okay, thank you for listening.